Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to today's journal with me, where we're going to be doing a page and talking about Hotel de Luna, which is a K-drama that I recently, not so recently because this video is taking me a while to edit, watched. There's a mosquito in the corner of my room. That is very rude. How did you get in here? I hate mosquitoes with a burning passion. Anyways, hi. First, before we begin, I would like to profusely apologize for the terrible lighting. I wanted to film me doing this page so that I could talk about this show in a whole video because I just really love the show, and I was in the mood to do this page at night, and I'm a very big advocate. Is that the word I'm looking for? You do things at the right time, and if I had done this at any other time, it might have not come out the way it did. So, I just figured I'd fix it in post, but I'm a very bad color correctioner. I can't do it. No matter how many videos on YouTube I watch and how to do it, I just can't do it, So please don't mind it. One day I'll get better, hopefully. But yeah, so this page wanted to do it because I love the show, and I also really love the vibes and the aesthetic of the show. I feel like it really goes well with my personal aesthetic. That's what this page is. So first I'm going to talk about the show and my feelings and let you know a little bit about it, and then I'm going to go through the art that I did in this page in case you're wondering, because I feel like I don't do that enough. I just talk about random stuff and you might want to know. So anyways, let's talk about Hotel de Luna, which is a show that aired like all summer long. I think it started in July and ended end of August, beginning of September. So it's a show that I watched throughout the whole summer. This is the first show that I've ever watched in real time as it's come out, especially K-dramas, that is. Especially with K-dramas, they have so many episodes that I never usually keep up with it. Like if I'm just watching one that's already released, sometimes I usually have to skip an episode because I'm bored, or just to get things going again, or not really skip an episode, like skim through it and then come back to it later on. Anyways, but this show, I kept watching it consistently every week when it came out. I waited for the subtitles. Sometimes I didn't, and then I'd be like, wait a minute, I'm not understanding anything that's going on. So it was like a constant throughout the summer, and I'm very sad that it's come to an end, but I really did like the show, and let me tell you about it. So this is a show, I don't even know how to give descriptions anymore. Basically, there's this girl who has been cursed to be the owner of this hotel for the dead before they pass into the afterlife. So she owns this big hotel, but they need a human manager to take care of human matters. So this guy is kind of selected, and it just kind of goes on a whole big thing like that. I don't really know. Watch a trailer. It's really good. I love this show. It's starring IU, who's one of the few female K-pop idol artists that I really love. Yeo-jin-gu. I don't know why I keep saying that wrong. This is like my 5th try trying to say it. It's not that hard. Who is in some boyfriend K-drama, which I haven't seen, but I feel like I've seen him in another K-drama, but I looked at the list of the things he's been in and I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know. But I liked him in this. He was a very good actor. Pio from Block B, who I love so much, and Kang Mino, who also love. So the main characters themselves in the show were very good, and the actors playing these main characters, who were the people I just listed out, are also very, very good. I used fashion throughout the whole show, which is, oh my gosh, so freaking good. The nails that I have done in this journaling while I'm doing this, the way I've painted my nails in this video are inspired by a nail look that IU wore in like one scene, because she changes her nail polish like every single scene. I love it. Anyways, I used 2 nail polishes for this. The one underneath is from Urban Outfitters. It's like a pinky yellowish, iridescent. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But then the one on top is like a holographic, glittery kind of one that the name has rubbed off, so I have no idea where it's from. So sorry about that. Usually, most of my nail polishes are from Urban Outfitters. But anyways, yes. So the overall aesthetic of the show, like I said, just like chef's kiss, you know what I mean, dude? It's just so good. The set design is beautiful and the colors are wonderful. The coloring of the show, since I was talking about color correction, coloring of the show is beautiful as well. Everything I just love. Visually, perfect. It is kind of a scary show a little bit. I don't know why, but episode 5 very specifically, I know why, but I don't know why the number of the episode is stuck with me, because normally it wouldn't. But episode 5, I watched that in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. I had my closet doors open for some reason. Who knows? I swear I'm not a psychopath. But I watched that episode and I was so freaking scared. So I love that for me. So don't do that if you're often scared. It's mostly like the beginning that's a little bit scary, and then as the show goes on, it gets a lot less scary. It gets a lot more emotional, I'll say. So prepare your tissue boxes, people. Another thing about the show that I very, very much appreciated was that I didn't find any problematic elements in it. I feel like every K-drama or Chinese, like the one Chinese show I've seen, there's usually just like one weird problematic element, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, that's but I appreciate so much that this show didn't have that, and I just wanted to point it out. Pio and Kang Mina's storyline, their characters in it, is just so good, and it's just so freaking cute, and I loved it so much. Pio, I loved seeing acting in the show. He's just the cutest boy ever, and now I stand Block B. Right, that's what it's called. I keep saying B block, and that's just not correct and kind of embarrassing. So yes, anyways, I just love. So now I say I'm Block B. So overall, I think the show was very well structured and kept me very interested in it. It like sped up and slowed down at the right times. And like I said, first K-drama I watched as it came out. So it was very important that this was good like that, because I was watching in real time, you know? So yeah, I love this show a lot, as you can tell, and I miss it a lot already, but I'm trying not to go back and rewatch episodes, because I do that when I miss shows. Like Goblin, I've rewatched episodes of that so many times, and Scam, so many episodes I've rewatched from that, but I need to stop doing that so that I could just do one big rewatch and not be like, oh, I've seen this like 3 billion times. Anyways, so yes, I highly recommend this show, especially for the fall time, spooky times ahead. It's definitely like a spooky time feeling kind of show. You know, the deep colors, which all of the above that I've just said. That's why you should watch the show, especially in the fall. But honestly, watch it whenever time. Don't save it, watch it now. If you've seen Goblin, I think you would like this show. I'm not saying that this show is Goblin, but I feel like if you did like that, I mean, like, I liked Goblin and I like this show, so, you know, not gonna talk about anything else because I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I have a lot more feelings about it. That just hurt. Anyways, yep, so that's the show. Watch it. So now let's talk about the art that I did in this journal. So the gold moon that I did in the beginning, obviously I'm going to be talking about things that you've already seen, and then I'm going to talk about things you haven't seen yet, because the voiceover is not going to match up obviously with what's going on the screen. So the gold moon that I did in the beginning is one that I used to do a while ago, and I was looking in my old journal for a little bit of inspiration, so I just did one of my gold moons again, because I really liked when I first did it. So I did it on a more of like a thicker paper so that it would have a little more structure to itself and wouldn't just like mush into the paper behind it when I glued it. So I did it on like a bristly type of paper, and then I colored it in with my gold leafing pen, which I've had for like, what, 2 years now, and it's still going strong, but knock on wood, because oh no, I just disturbed my dog by knocking on mine. Sorry. The photos that I used in this page, and the photos that I use in any journaling, are printed out from school. I don't have a printer of my own anymore, so I just print things at school, which is kind of awkward. And then I went in with the usual gold paint that I used to do a little bit of constellations. I used some ephemera pieces just to give it some more layering. So for one of the pieces, I used like a little music notes sheet, whatever it's called, staff, bars, I don't know. What is it called? I have the musical vocabulary, I just don't know how to use it apparently. I used to play the piano, kind of, when I was younger. Anyways, so I put some glitter on the pieces and on the page just to give it more of like a magical feel. I used an iridescent glitter, so you know, it makes it look magical. You can see it, you don't see it, the camera doesn't usually see it because the angles are just kind of awkward. Anyways, so I put that on one side of the page, and I should have looked, I always look at what's on the other side of the page, but I didn't this time for some reason. And the other side of the little music sheet had words on it that fit the show. I don't know what the words said anymore because I'm not looking at the page, but it fit better, so I flipped it over and used that side. So for the little title, the Hotel de Luna, I did it on a black tissue paper with holographic sequins / glitters. Really cute. Probably got it for a birthday or something, and I've saved it. I've used it a couple times before, but yeah, I did it first. Didn't like the lettering. I thought it was pretty ugly, so I tore it off and did another one, and I kind of put that one a little bit too low, but whatever, it's too late now. I've only just realized it now while editing it, being like, oh, the first time looked better. Anyways, and then I used my white pen that I always use, the Uniball Signo white ink pigment, I don't know. That pen, very good, like it. A little bit pricey, but it works well. And then the envelope I did on the other page is like a nod toward the show, because I use character Manuel, which means full moon. She has these red envelopes that she uses, and so I didn't have any red envelopes, so I just painted it. Used 2 coats of paint. My red paint was too bright, so I just added some brown and blacks in there, and I put a little letter in there, just some thoughts on the show. Again, this was before I finished the last episode. The last episode had come out, but the subtitles weren't out yet, so I was just kind of like preparing myself. Anyways, so wrote a little letter, my thoughts and that. They're still like a little like hopeful and, you know, not emotionally damaged. Yeah, so I put that in there. And then normally I would use like sealing wax or something to seal a little letter that I put in my journals. And the show also has a sealing wax and she uses her like symbol, but I didn't want to use the K that I have, so I just drew that symbol on instead. And then I glued the envelope onto the paper because it was a little bit thick, so I figured just using regular glue might not make it stick, so I tried to hot glue it on, but then I didn't have enough hot glue, so I just had to like, you know, shove it in there. I don't know, you'll see my little setup a little bit whack, but anyways, so that's it. That was my spread for Hotel de Luna. Like I said a billion times, I loved it and you should watch it. One last thing before we go, I forgot to mention, I do not know how I forgot, but I'm currently editing this voiceover finally. It's taking me literally so long, but I forgot to mention Taeyong, who is my, maybe I think I can say this now, I don't know, my alt K-pop idol bias, but he is my bias of NCT and NCT is my alt group. Anyways, point is, he has a song with Punch for this K-drama. It plays in like the very last episode and I was like, oh my god, it's him, it's his voice in this K-drama. Anyways, just really wanted to point that out. That made the show feel even more special because my fave was in it. So yep, just thought I'd mention that. Go give the song a listen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to check out all my social media, which are always linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!
I was yours on Sunday while we watched the children play. We fell deep in love again, like we always do.